Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here. In today's video, I'll be reacting to Ron Rivera saying that he would have taken Jayden Daniels as well if he was still the Washington Commanders head coach. Also, I'll be talking about some comments from the actual Commanders head coach right now, Dan Quinn, and general manager Adam Peters talking about training camp because the veterans did report today. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well. We're less than 20 subscribers away from 13,000 subscribers, and I've said this the last few videos. If it just takes 1 second to hit that red subscribe button and give me a chance, it's free. And if you don't like my videos after a few videos, go ahead and unsubscribe. I'm fine with that. Just give me a chance. But let's get into it, and comment down below what player you feel most, we'll be optimistic. The player you think will have the biggest bounce back season for the Washington Commanders this year, whether it's a new guy that, maybe didn't have a great year last year with their other team, like maybe Eckler had a little bit of a down year and you think he's going to have a big year, or maybe someone like Emmanuel Forbes who didn't have a great year and you think is going to have a huge year under this new coaching staff. But let's talk about this Ron Rivera thing first. Saw this, thought it was really, not really interesting, thought it was somewhat interesting. Interesting, not important, like Ron Rivera used to, love to say. So he was on Adam Schefter's podcast. I think he's working with ESPN or something. I don't know. He was on some trial runs with some different companies, but former Commanders head coach Ron Rivera believes that if he had stayed in Washington, he would have used the number 2 overall pick on Jayden Daniels, whom he already had begun studying last season. I don't know if he's actually telling the truth, and I mean, he's probably telling the truth. But even if so, like, who knows if he actually would have done it, if he would have traded down, traded up, if he would have, fallen in love with someone else like Drake May or, I don't know, JJ McCarthy. Who knows? I could see him, drafting JJ McCarthy. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Does it make me like or, feel worse about Jayden Daniels at all? No, not really. Just another person saying they would have taken him. The Giants said they were interested in trading up from. At this point, again, we already took the guy. It really just matters on how he looks from now on and, the next, hopefully, 10, 15, 20 years with this franchise. But Ron Rivera, liking him or not, doesn't really matter. I guess he's basically saying if he would have stayed here, he thinks he would have stayed at 2 and taken Jayden Daniels. So, hey, do what you want with that information. Again, I don't think it's a big deal, but it is a little bit interesting. And, Ron Rivera, a lot of, BS sometimes in his press conferences. You don't really know. Sometimes he says one thing means another, so you don't really know. But hey, shout out Ron Rivera. Hopefully he's doing good. He's a great guy, just wasn't the best coach in Washington. And also him being the general manager didn't help things as well. All right, let's go over a few things that happened today that guys talked about, or Adam Peters and Dan Quinn talked about. So they talked about Brandon Ayuk posting a picture of Commanders practice, said they handled it internally. We're not concerned about that. So I like the way he, said, I like the way he handled that situation, not making a big deal, not making it public, just handle it internally. That's what you want to do. I think, comparing him, I guess, a little bit to Ron Rivera, like last year, he kind of talked about the Eric Bieniemy stuff very publicly and said players came to him about that, which gave more fuel to the fire. I can't remember 100% if he completely brought that up, or there might have been a story about some players, frustrated with Bieniemy, and then he talked about how players came directly to him, so adding fuel to the fire. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And this is a way different scenario, but maybe something that, a player did something, Jayden Daniels, that, maybe the team wasn't a huge fan of, giving him access, or Brandon Ayuk access to practice film, whether it was him sending him a picture, him sending him a file, or, maybe him going to get food, and Brandon Ayuk just takes a picture of his computer screen. Regardless, the team might not have been happy with it, but hey, they handle it internally, and that's fine by me. Some other quotes. Dan Quinn said the camp's going to be challenging. It'll be demanding. It's also going to be very fun being here alongside AP. Let's get it going. Adam Peters says, we're fired up about this group, about this year, and I can't wait to get going. And they didn't want to name Jayden Daniels QB1 yet. He says when he's ready, we'll know, and he will know. Dan Quinn says it's a journey, wants to see practice, preseason, won't name Daniels starter yet. Whatever. Again, I don't really care about that. As long as he's named the starter by some point, hopefully maybe after the first preseason game, go ahead and do that. I'm fine with it regardless. And I like this quote. So Adam Peters says, on naming Jayden Daniels QB1, my experience with young quarterbacks is when the time comes, everyone will know. And I think that's a good way to put it. But Jayden Daniels needs to be starting right away. But they don't want to give him that title. That's fine right now. But within a few weeks, hopefully, they're able to do it. I don't think Jayden needs it, but I think it's a good confidence booster and, just take some drama away. Even though really no one thinks Mariota is going to be starting, there's always going to be those people. Let's see, other ones. Talking about Johnny Newton, that's really the only big news, somewhat big news over the last week or so, since some of the players have reported, is Johnny Newton starting on the NFI list, non-football injury list. They said Johnny Newton's trying to get back ASAP and the team is slowing him down. Newton will open camp on NFI, but Peter said we're not playing games anytime soon. Okay, and that makes sense. I guess Johnny really wants to get back, but the team slowing him down makes some sense there. And yeah, you don't want to rush guys back and get a chance of re-injuring that. Let's see, Dan Quinn on Commanders need to grow throughout camp. Like most things, when you're pleased with where you're at, that's where you'll stay. That's also a great mindset to have. So everything we're hearing is good from the coaches, from Adam Peters, stuff like that. Now it's just how are these guys going to look during training camp, and the next step is preseason, and then the next step is the regular season, which, hey, we're getting close. We're a month and a half away from the start of the regular season. Excited about that. So we're a lot closer than people think. I think, because we're not at training camp yet, even though it's going to be tomorrow is when, I guess technically we are because they reported today, but the practices start tomorrow and fans can start going to practice, believe next Sunday or, this coming Sunday and then Monday. So I'll be there on Monday and should be good. So if you guys are there, say hi to me if you see me. And also made a video yesterday going over some the biggest training camp battles. There's a lot of smaller battles this year. There still are a couple big battles. Left tackle, the other starting defensive end position, opposite side of Dorrance Armstrong. But there's a lot of smaller battles that are still very important, and I talked about that in depth in yesterday's video. But hey, super excited, finally gonna get some content out tomorrow about training camp. We get to see these players actually playing. I guess we won't be seeing them, we'll see some highlights, but we'll be hearing about it, which is really good. And then next week the fans will be there and there'll be even more coverage to talk about. But that's it for today's video. Hopefully while you're watching this, I hit 13,000 subscribers. We'll try to do a giveaway relatively soon, next week or two. And also, if you stayed till the end, go ahead and comment down below Dexter Manley, doing a few OG players right now, a Redskins legend, and then we'll switch it up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.